You only have to scan social media to find evidence of just how many Russian troops are dying in Ukraine. Across platforms like Telegram, dozens of gruesome videos emerge each day showing soldiers being killed by drones, artillery, and gun battles. The UK MOD said last month that it expects Russian casualties in Ukraine to reach 1 million within the next 6 months. And Ukraine's Commander-in-Chief, Colonel General Alexander Syrsky, has now revealed just how costly Kyiv believes Vladimir Putin's so-called special military operation has become. The general said Russian forces gained just over 4,000 square kilometres across Ukraine and Kursk Oblast in the past year. That territorial gain came at the cost of more than 420,000 casualties, an attrition rate of around 100 men killed or wounded for every square kilometre they took. In December, Moscow's losses reached an all-time high of 1,700 per day. The Institute for the Study of War, or ISW, an influential US think tank, says Russia made nearly half of all those territorial gains between September and November, when Moscow began intensifying its operations in eastern Ukraine, trying to push towards key objectives like the city of Pokrovsk. It's thought as many as 3,000 Russian troops were lost trying to take that single objective over a 2-week period in December. Overall, last month, Russian forces seized just under 600 square kilometres of Ukrainian territory, around 18 every day. That's down from around 27 square kilometres in November. So is this sustainable? Well, former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev, who now sits on Russia's Security Council, said on Christmas Eve that 440,000 Russians had now signed military contracts. If true, that means the Kremlin has just about enough new recruits to cover its high losses one for one. There's evidence that Russia's intensive operations are slowing, though, with commanders turning their attention away from Pokrovsk towards the border area of Donetsk Oblast. One of Vladimir Putin's stated aims has been to take the whole of the Donetsk region, and it's likely commanders are trying to accomplish that before Donald Trump is sworn in as president later this month. These figures, of course, can't be verified, and Ukraine itself has traditionally been very secretive when it comes to its own casualty rates. President Zelensky said last year that Ukraine had lost 43,000 troops since the start of the war, but many think the figure is considerably higher. In its latest Ukraine update, ISW says despite the large swathes of territory captured by Russia, none are particularly operationally significant. Russian forces aren't threatening any of Ukraine's key defensive positions. Neither have they launched any sort of lightning thrust that might threaten the Ukrainian army's rear areas. Based on that, ISW says Russia would need to capture around 8,500 square kilometres, double what it's taken, to seize the whole of Donetsk Oblast. At their current rate of advance, and assuming Ukraine doesn't launch a counteroffensive, it would take Russia 2 years to accomplish that goal. 2 years that would undoubtedly see thousands more Russian soldiers die or suffer life-changing injuries on the battlefields of Ukraine. Simon Newton, BFBS Forces News. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.